Good evening, guys. I just came back from my 10K run this evening. It's a little bit rainy outside, but I don't care at all. Actually, I really like it when it's raining. The air feels so fresh and it's very cold and refreshing for the lungs. And I remember back then when I was younger and was still playing football, I loved having match days on a rainy day because I don't know, I felt like I could run forever. Yeah, so I actually love exercising, running and doing sports while it's raining. I ran out of time today to record and cut a video, so I decided I'll show you again a little bit of footage from my typical acclimatization day last year in the Everest region when I climbed Lhotse without oxygen. And yeah, I think I arrived after the, what was it? Was it the Chola Pass? Yeah, I think it was after the Chola Pass. I came to the Gokyo Valley, to the Gokyo Lake, to the little town called Gokyo. I was on the summit of Gokyo Ri, and then I decided to stay one more day in the valley and run to the Chinese border where the Cho Oyu Base Camp is from the Nepalese side. Cho Oyu is very rarely, almost never climbed from the Nepalese side, always from the Chinese side. But there is a base camp, and sometimes expeditions try to climb Cho Oyu from that side. So yeah, on that day I ran to the Cho Oyu base camp. It was 10 kilometers one way from Gokyo. So yeah, I did that. So I had a little half marathon that day. All right, enjoy the video and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. So yeah, guys, what you see here is a little acclimatization run to the Cho Oyu base camp. I'm about at 5,000 meters of altitude. I'm trying to get like very slow, small runs in order to acclimatize, and that's what I'm doing. This is my first real run. Okay. Bye bye. Alright, this is the fourth lake. I'm on my way to Cho Oyu base camp. What you can see here is the Cho Oyu and the remaining mountain range. Behind this mountain you could see Lhotse and Everest, and back there is the way to Gokyo Lake, Ranju Pass to this side, Chola Pass to this side. What am I doing here? Yesterday it was snowing a lot, so as you can see there's quite a lot of snow, there's no track. I wanted to get a little acclimatization run in at about 5,000 meters. I'm still running every now and then, but mostly I have to walk fast because the snow is so deep and between the rocks I don't want to fall. So yeah, I think this is day 8 of acclimatization now, and yeah, trying to run to Cho Oyu base camp and back, which is about 20 kilometers. Back means Gokyo, by the way. So yeah, let's see how it goes and how my body feels after that. Bye bye, guys. So as you can see, it's a little hard to find the track. I have to take a look at the map every now and then. I mean, the Cho Oyu is right there, and the base camp I think is somewhere behind this hill, you could say, because there's another lake. I think it's called the third lake. And yeah, but as you can see, I have like no clue where I'm running. I kind of know the direction. I see these cairns every now and then. They help me to find the way. But apart from that, I'm running through the snow, trying to keep up the pace and yeah, put some pressure, some stress on my body. All right, So as you can see back there, there's already like a little bit of bad weather coming up the valley from Namche Bazaar up to Gokyo. I'm here at the fourth lake. I don't know if you can see it. To this side you can see the glacier and super beautiful. You can see the Cho Oyu behind me. I'm trying to run to the Cho Oyu Base Camp. On the other hand, sorry guys, I have to manage the risk with this weather coming up. How far I can go, how much time I need to go back, but I think this is still okay. I'm running fast, so yeah, I think I'll keep going. I don't know if I can make it to the Cho Oyu Base Camp today, but I'll go as far as possible. And just look behind me, guys. Isn't this panoramic view of these mountains like extremely beautiful? I cannot believe it. It's amazing. So you might probably wondering, why is this guy running around at 5,000, 5,200, 5,300 meters of altitude for acclimatization and not just going to base camp, going to through the Kumbo icefall, going to camp 3 or 2, 3, 4, doing rotations up and down. I will do that as well, but first of all I want to do some acclimatization so my body is ready for the altitude, because this is only day 8 now. And then I want to get some runs in so I can comfortably run at like 5,000, 5,500 meters. That is my strategy. It's not developed by me. Actually, you know, Uli Steck and David Göttler, I think they developed this strategy together in order to be able to be perfectly acclimatized for climbing 8,000 meter mountains without oxygen. And I'm just following their example, and yeah, doing some trail runs and getting some runs in at 5,500 meters of altitude, and that way feel strong and be able to summit an 8,000er peak without bottled oxygen. That's the strategy. Let's see if it works out. You see this beautiful mountain in front of me? This is Cho Oyu from the Nepalese side. Expeditions been trying to climb the Cho Oyu now for I think the past 2 years, and they will also try to summit Cho Oyu from this side again, from the Nepalese side. Usually you climb Cho Oyu from the Tibet side or Chinese side, and it's considered like an beginner 8,000er. But let me tell you, there's not such a thing then as a beginner 8,000, because every peak is like super challenging. But yeah, they weren't able to find a way up to the summit. They had to turn around, I think, last year from Camp 3. And most likely they will try this year again to open a route to Cho Oyu summit from the Nepalese side, because there's still no answer from the Chinese government about climbing permissions for Cho Oyu and Shisha Pangma. So yeah, let's see if they can make it this year. All right, I'm gonna keep walking because the weather behind me is getting scary, and I'm still running away from it. But after a while, I will have to turn around and run into the bad weather. So let's see how that goes. Around this corner to the left here is the Cho Oyu Base Camp, like 1.5 kilometers. Beautiful mountain range, and what you see here in the clouds, this fella, this is Mount Everest. And that's the way I'm coming from. Fortunately, the bad weather that is chasing me slowed down a little bit, but yeah, it's still up on my mind. Maybe it will catch me on the way back. Let's hope not. Hopefully it slows down, remains at some mountain, and yeah, well, peace out, guys. Okay, right behind this little hill is the Cho Oyu Base Camp. This in the clouds here is the Cho Oyu. And standing here at this beautiful place completely alone. There's a huge glacier running down here. On this side somewhere is Everest and Lhotse. And as you can see, the glacier is running down completely to Namche Bazaar. Hello, fellow mountain enthusiasts. I am standing here at the, I think it's the third lake next to the Cho Oyu Base Camp on the Nepalese side. So what you see behind me here is the third lake. I think it's the third lake. I have to look it up. It's called the third lake. And I think this, what you see here, this plateau is the Cho Oyu Base Camp. Yeah, and this behind me, a little bit in the clouds, is the Cho Oyu itself. I don't know how exactly they climbed this mountain. Maybe they go up from here and then try to go over this ridge, because this looks like the most reasonable option, because going up this way looks super hard. I don't know how that would be possible. But yeah, as I told you guys earlier, they tried to do it for 2 years now, because China's not issuing any permits to climb Cho Oyu from the Chinese side or Tibetan side right now. So expeditions tried to climb Cho Oyu from the Nepalese side, but they were not able to do it until now, and they will probably try again this year. So let's see how they will do. All right, I have to run back because I mean, it looks nice, okay? But I think back here, a little bit of bad weather is gonna come up and I have to run back. Okay, bye-bye, guys. So I have to correct myself. This is not called the third lake. This is called the sixth lake. Goryumpa Sho or something like this. And what you can see here is the Cho Oyu Base Camp. This plateau here is the Cho Oyu Base Camp on the Nepalese side. Usually Cho Oyu, that's this one hiding in the clouds, is climbed from the Chinese side and is considered a beginner 8,000er, even though every 8,000er is like very, very hard. And since China is not issuing any permits right now to climb Cho Oyu, Nepalese expeditions are trying to climb Cho Oyu from the Nepalese side. So I don't know how they do it exactly. So I'm just gonna zoom into the summit. You cannot see it completely, but this is almost the summit, what you see there. So I cannot imagine that they go up this way, you know, starting from here, climbing up all this way, because this would be super dangerous and pretty hard. I could imagine that they maybe go up like this and then traverse along the ridge, but that's also super hard and super tricky. So yeah, climbing Cho Oyu from the Nepalese side seems quite intense. I mean, there's another ice fall here over there and then go up here, but guys, I can tell you, it looks kind of impossible. All right, that's it from me, from the Cho Oyu Base Camp. I have to run back now because it's I need to go back to Gokyo. It's 10 kilometers away. I'm not super fast. I can go down now. Maybe I can do it in like 2 hours. But yeah, there's a lot of snow, and yeah, bad weather is also coming up behind me. I hope I can dodge it. So yeah, I need to run back now in order to not get into a bloody storm. All right, peace out, guys. summit of Cho Oyu and the Cho Oyu Base Camp from the Nepalese side. This is the so-called sixth lake. If you go over this mountain, basically, or over this wall, you end up in Tibet. This all is like the border between Nepal and Tibet. And I'm not completely sure. This could be Everest. Let's zoom in. Let me see. This could be Everest, and what you see here in front is the Lhotse, and maybe a little bit in the clouds is the Lhotse, but I'm not completely sure. Yeah. Alright, and this is the way back to Gokyo. I have to run now because the weather is not as stable today. Wish me luck with the weather. Bye bye, guys. So what I'm doing here is I'm running back from the Cho Oyu Base Camp on the Nepalese side. Need to go back to Gokyo. So from Gokyo to the base camp is roughly 10 kilometers, and now I have to go back another 10 kilometers. So this will be 20 kilometers on around about 5,000 meters of altitude. And yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted. It's almost like a half marathon, even though I cannot run like it would be necessary for a half marathon. I'm glad that the weather is still quite nice, because I already saw these clouds here 2 hours ago, and I thought, man, if they catch up to me, if they come across or along this valley, my way back will be super shitty. But it seems like they slowed down. They will stay down there in that valley, not come up here, and that is super lucky for me. And I can now run all the way back along this side, so I'm never going over to the glacier. I'm always staying on the right side of the moraine and running until I reach Gokyo. 10 kilometers. All right, guys. See you in 10 kilometers, 2 or 3 hours. Bye bye. Guys, look at this weather. I'm so blessed. Back there you can see some horrible clouds, like really bad weather, but I am here up on 5,000 meters just below the Cho Oyu Base Camp. I know I talked quite a few times about it now, but I was really scared if the bad weather comes up here to the base camp, to this glacier, and I will have like a super bad time running back to Gokyo. But once again, I'm blessed. I have great weather. It's sunny. I have no cold feet. Look at this, you know. I mean, I'm running here with my trail running shoes. Just imagine like a proper storm is coming up here, and me without equipment getting into the storm. I mean, it's still possible, don't get me wrong. It's not like super big trouble, but it will be, well, not the nicest experience. Probably get super cold, have to put on all my gear I have, and probably my feet would get cold. So yeah, once again, I'm blessed with this beautiful weather, and I can run back to Gokyo without getting into trouble. Bye bye, guys.